Hello everyone, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I hope you are doing well. This is going to be a quick little video. It's actually was just going to be my standard weekly manicure, but I decided to use Mykonos Party of Mykonos, something like that. It's a dip powder by Sparkle & Co. It's from one of their subscription bags from last year, so unfortunately it's not available on the site. But I've been wanting to use it for a while, and I kept pushing it off, and I decided since more often than not Sparkle & Co. dip powders can be used as acrylic powders, I would take the opportunity to practice my acrylic application. So I didn't have any problems with this dip powder, which I actually thought I would because it was more glitter and flakes than acrylic powder. And usually if the concentration of acrylic powder isn't high enough, the monomer won't be able to make it set. But I didn't really have any problems with it. I did, when I was doing my right hand, mix a little bit more clear acrylic powder in with it just to pump up that concentration of acrylic powder. But what I did have problems with, which I was surprised about, is when I went to do my accent nails, I used a pale blue called Patriotic, I think. And it did not set at all. And you'll see I'm scraping it off and filing it off later. I could tell that it wasn't going to set. I was having a lot of problems with it. It was running all over the place. And then when I went to file and reshape my nails, it was just coming off in chunks. So I ended up removing it and then just using a gel polish combination to polish my accent nails. And while I do love the manicure a lot, I couldn't really find the right blue in my collection to match Mykonos Party. I wanted something that was closer to the background color, and what I got was really a bright bluish teal. That being said, I think it's a gorgeous color, and I actually achieved it by mixing two different colors. I took Besame and I overlaid Crystal Clear, which is a Madame Glam glass color, over top to try to get that translucent blue color. But like I said, I didn't really achieve the color that I wanted to in the end, but that's okay. So basically this is just an application process. Yes, it is an application process of acrylic powder. And I apologize, for some reason my camera wasn't set up properly. I keep going out of frame. So I can't really go too in-depth about my process, especially since I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But it is still fun to play around and use the powders that you have in your collection, especially if you are looking to transition from the dip process into acrylic application and you have a buttload of colors like I do, and you obviously don't want to get rid of them and you don't want to replace your entire collection with new colors. It is fun to see what colors will still work and set up with monomer, which is a good amount, a fair amount. So I would suggest playing with it first before you put it on your nails, or before you try to put it on your nails, because it'll save you a lot of headaches. Like what I had to deal with. This manicure went from an hour and a half to 2 hours to almost 4 hours after I had to take off 4 nails worth of product and redo it. But it's all a learning process. I say it all the time. Even if you don't get the results that you want, hopefully you will learn something in the process and continue on your journey. So with that being said, I'm going to let you watch as much as you're able to, because like I said, unfortunately I kept going out of frame. But I do feel like I'm getting better and better each time that I do an acrylic process on myself. And for some reason I find it's easier for me to apply it to myself than it is to do it to a swatch stick. I feel like on the swatch stick I'm always chasing the beads and trying to keep it from dripping off the sides. Whereas on myself, yeah, it may drip into my cuticles a bit, but it's easier for me to kind of coach it back into place and get the shape that I want. And I'm finding I'm having a lot less cleanup to do in the end. I do have some issues with the cuticle area. Sometimes I end up flooding the cuticles, and then I have some cleanup to do at the end. But for the most part, the side walls are coming away pretty clean, and I'm getting the overall shape that I'm looking to achieve, which is always a bonus. So, like I said, I'm going to step back. I'm going to put up the music and let you watch, and I will come back at the end to wrap up. So this is me taking off the accent nails in chunks, the nails that didn't set because the acrylic powder, or rather the dip powder, didn't have a high enough concentration of acrylic in it to set with the monomer. But I kept it in because I wanted you to see the process. And basically I'm just going over it with my carbide barrel bit, filing it down back to the natural, not the natural nail, but the enhancement. And then I decided to go in with the gel polish to finish off those nails. I thought I recorded polishing my nails. I apparently didn't, so this is going to be the last bit before the recap. But if you want to see a full gel process, just let me know down in the comments and I will add it to my list of videos to record. So that's going to do it for this video. Those are the accent nails, the bright blue turquoise. I think they turned out really nice. I do wish they were a little bit more muted so that it more matched the background color of the dip powder that I used on my other nails. But I still think it turned out great. I'm just going to finish up with some hand cream and some cuticle oil. Thank you everyone so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And I will see you in the next video.